I recently committed the ultimate sacrilege, and I put an opaque paint job on a Hot Wheels Redline custom Charger. Will I repeat with another sacrilegious move? You'll have to watch to find out. Don't go away. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fat Guy Productions. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And yes, I painted a custom Charger an opaque color. Okay, that's really pushing the boundaries of good taste and almost sacrilegious in the world of Hot Wheels. I took a really valuable car, put an opaque paint job on it. It's just not something you do, but I did it anyhow. So I had an idea for another build, and it involved an Evil Weevil. Now, if you know Hot Wheels, Evil Weevils are relatively hard to come by, and they're certainly expensive. But what I wanted to do was not make it into a restoration, and so I really had to think about it. What I found was this Neoclassic series, okay? Now, this is clearly not an Evil Weevil, it's a Rocket Pie Baby, but these things are amazing, okay? These Neoclassics are stunning, and I'm going to try and get a lot of these, okay? Because what I ended up doing for the build that I want to do is I ordered a Neoclassics Evil Weevil so that I could make and bring to you today the Evel Knievel Evil Weevil. Try and say that 3 times fast. Now, this is going to be a fun build because I'm going to give this casting away when I'm done, okay? I'm going to give away the Evel Knievel Evil Weevil, and all you got to do is count how many times I say Evel Knievel Evil Weevil. I'm actually going to put a counter on the screen somewhere that's going to keep a tally of how many times I say Evel Knievel Evil Weevil. And all you have to do to get a chance to win this car after I'm done with it is put in the comments, you said Evel Knievel Evil Weevil X number of times. Okay? X being how many times I said it. Now, I don't care if you're right or not, okay? And frankly, anybody who comments in any way, shape, or form is going to get a chance to win the car, okay? But for fun's sake, put down, you said Evel Knievel Evil Weevil 50 times, whatever the number may be, okay? All right? Play along, okay? Give me that. Anyhow, so before we get into that, I wanted to show you real quick, because it's going to be a short video, and you'll see why. We're going to open up this Rocket Pie Baby so that you can see just how amazing these Neoclassics are. And I can tell you this, I'm going to be buying more of these things. All right, so here we go. This might be borderline sacrilegious, what I'm about to do is opening this up. But I'm sorry, when I saw what the Neoclassics Evil Weevil was like, I was like, man, this is like going back in a time machine, getting a brand new car, but better. There we go, finally. Ruined the package. But oh my gosh. Oh my stinking gosh. I'm going to put some pictures of this, some still pictures of it. Oh my gosh. You don't get to see just how beautiful these are when they're in the package. When they come out, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. First of all, let me tell you, all the metal parts, the base, all the unpainted stuff is like it's either a chrome or it's a polished nickel. Okay, I don't know. You'll see what the body is like when I strip the paint off the Evil Weevil here in a few minutes. But the body is so pristine that the Spectraflame paint is amazing on this thing. And then, yeah, it's got real Redline wheels, hub wheels, okay? hub wheels. As far as I can tell, they're hubs. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Does it work? It's gonna work. I know it's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the exhaust pipes. And then the little flap, look at the flaps go up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've got to get more of these. I already have a second Evil Weevil coming. I've got to get more of these. They're so beautiful. Now, some of them come with really ugly tampos, and you probably are not going to like them. This one is just in beautiful Spectraflame green and this nickel chrome with real red lines. And watch this. Look, they have the same Hot Wheels bounce to them. Oh my gosh. That is so beautiful. Anyhow, this isn't even what the video is today. The video is about making the Evel Knievel Evil Weevile, which we're going to do right now. So let's put aside the Rocket Pie Baby and get to work on my Evel Knievel Evil Weevile. So for this build, I'm going to be using a Hot Wheels Neo Classics Evil Weevile. Now, I'd never seen one of these before. I had no idea about them, but I got to tell you, these things are spectacular, and I want more of them. These things are stunning, okay? This in my book, might actually be better than a real Evil Weevil, okay? Because you're not going to get this kind of quality in a real Evil Weevil. You just aren't, okay? This thing is got polished nickel accessories, the base, the motors, everything is polished nickel. The body underneath that Spectraflame is glorious. I'm telling you, these things are fantastic, and I can't wait to look for more of these. Now, I will say that this casting is so nice that it's really breaking my heart to put a drill to it. It truly is. This thing is so nice. In fact, it's so nice that I ordered a second one that I can keep unscathed. But I'm going to take a drill to it anyhow. You know, 15 bucks to work out the project that I want. The base is done. It's already got the wheels. It's got perfect glass. All I got to do is paint and decal, and I'm good to go. So it's hard to pass that up. Plus, I really do think my Evel Knievel Evil Weevil is going to be pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm going to forge ahead. I'm just going to buy another one that I can leave unmolested. So, anyhow, I drill it apart. Yeah, it's got two engines that act as the posts. I hate that, but it is what it is. We get the car apart, and like I said, there's not going to be anything for me to do on the base. And look at that, real old-fashioned Hot Wheels suspension, okay? This is like a real vintage Hot Wheel, except better. Interior is perfect, the glass is perfect, and it is going to just break my heart to drop this body into the warm liquid goo, but, you know, I'm gonna. Before I get to the goo, though, let's go ahead and finish up here by going ahead and drilling out both motors, okay? These motors are the posts, so we have to drill them out. This is one of the reasons I hate them, because it's really hard to hold them. I need to make like some kind of a little device for holding things like this when I want to drill them. But anyhow, we've got to drill out both motors, tap them so that they'll take a screw so we can put the car back together when we're done. Now, I've had some people comment about these tap handles, and they say they don't like them, and that's everybody's got their own personal opinion on stuff, and I respect that. But I think that they're missing the point that these are supposed to be light and easy, okay? So that you're not fighting the weight of a big giant tap handle. It's supposed to be very simplistic, and it is. And that's why I like it. It's also why some don't like it. But for me, I think it makes tapping a lot easier, and I love it. You can get them through Bright Vision, and I'll put a link in the description down below. So, although I'm dreading putting this casting in the warm liquid goo, I am very curious to see what we're going to find underneath this beautiful, beautiful paint job. So, into the warm liquid goo it goes, down, 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 and we'll set that aside. Now, these castings usually take a long time to strip. I'm going to leave this overnight, but in this particular case, this actually did a pretty good job pretty fast. It sat for about 20 hours and it was completely stripped when I pulled it out, so it was no big deal. But a lot of times you'll find these modern castings like this are really a bear. And if you have one where the stripper just isn't cutting it, that might be where you want to consider using caustic soda. Wow. That's all I can say is just wow. Look at this thing. Look at that. Man, that is gorgeous. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, man, that is beautiful. Wow. That is just gorgeous. I'll tell you, a big chunk of me, a very, very big chunk of me is, and that's a lot, is thinking that I should just decal this up as is and make it chrome instead of white. Oh my gosh, look at that. I can literally, I can read my shirt in the roof right here. It's backwards, but I can read it. Oh my gosh. Wow. What should I do here? I gotta tell you, it's gonna take everything I can think of to decide to paint this white because it is so beautiful. As spectacular as the body is, I have decided I'm going to push forward with the original plan and make this my Evel Knievel Evil Weevil to honor the man, the myth, the legend. And so it has to be white. So what I did is I took a nice picture of it like you see here so that I could take that into Illustrator and work out the decals that I would need. So once in Illustrator, I made just a graphical version of the body, locked that all up, and then that way I could play with logos to my heart's content, and it would be non-damaging. I could move things around, I could change their size, and do a lot of different stuff until I got what I wanted. So I fiddle-farted around, and I found something I liked. So here is what I came up with. I love the way it looks. And so based on this, I went ahead and got the sizes I needed, and I made a decal sheet with plenty of spares in case things went afoul. And I went ahead and printed them on my color laser printer and my decal paper. And now I'm going to go ahead and get those all cut out and ready to go. Now, the trick here is trim as close as you can. And to do that, I'm using these Tamiya decal scissors. And that is the only thing I use these scissors for. They are sharp and precise, and they allow me to get right up to the edge of the decal, and that reduces silvering and all these other issues with having a lot of extra material there. So I'll put a link for these on my Amazon store, and you can find that by going to www.amazon.com/shop/Paul Udelis. Look under the diecast, and you'll be diecast and modeling actually, and you'll be able to find my Tamiya decal scissors that I love and use on virtually any project that needs decals. So the paint job began with a base coat of Tamiya white fine primer, which I let thoroughly dry, and now I'm putting on Tamiya X2 gloss white paint. I've thinned this down with leveling thinner and some X20 regular thinner, and I'm just going ahead and laying it down like I always do. Get this a nice glossy white finish, and glossy is the key here. Okay, it needs to be a nice, smooth, glossy finish because of all the decals, and I'm going to need those decals to settle into the paint really nicely. So I'll work to make sure that I get a nice glossy finish, and then I'll let this dry. So with the Tamiya paint job completely dry, I can now go ahead and start laying down the decals. These are water slides, so you just plop them in the water for a few minutes, take them out, slide them off their backing, and put them in position. Now, this is a fairly complex stripe setup that I've kind of come up with, and it's going to take some adjusting, multiple parts, even some trimming on the fly, as you'll see here in a second. Trying to make sure that everything is going to fit right and overlap just enough to make it look cohesive. I'm using my favorite decal tool, a toothpick here, getting everything lined up very carefully. I'm going to take my time, and once I'm happy with everything, I will use some Walthers to get the decals to settle into all the detail of the casting, and then I'll let this dry really well before we clear coat. So for the Evel Knievel Evil Weevil, it needs to be shiny and glossy, and this, as you know lately, has been the bane of my existence. And this kind of casting, this kind of finish, and these kind of decals and stuff, this has been where I've really been having issues. So I'm frankly a little paranoid here, but it's going to go okay. And here's what I'm going to do differently. First off, I'm going to mix the clear coat with a lot less hardener, okay? I'm concerned that the hardener is increasing the reaction that the clear coat gets when it's laid down on the car and it's drying. So I'm going to cut back on that. Then I'm going to just do only really 2 coats. The first is going to be a tack coat, and I'm going to apply that like I always do. And then I'm going to let that tack coat dry for a pretty long time. Normally, I don't let the tack coat sit as long, but I'm going to let this go for 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to go straight to a wet coat, a nice, glossy wet coat. Okay? As soon as I get this thing glossy and shiny and looking the way I want it, that's where I'm going to stop. Now, with any luck, that will allow the gloss clear coat to just lay down perfectly and not form all those weird little pinholes in there. Because, let's face it, giving away an Evel Knievel Evil Weevil filled with pinholes just isn't cool. So anyhow, that's how we're going to go ahead and do the clear coat on this, and then we'll go ahead and set it aside to dry, and we can wrap this project up. So like I said, the clear coat worked out great. The Evel Knievel Evil Weevil is looking fantastic. So we can go ahead and put it all back together. We'll just drop the glass and interior in. We'll set the base back into place. And then we'll go ahead and button it all up by using the engine/posts in the front and the back and a couple screws. We'll screw this thing together and lock it all back up. And then we will have one fantastic, beautiful Evel Knievel Evil Weevil. Dare I say, it will be an Evel Knievel Evil Weevil? Or is that pushing it? Anyhow, let's take a look and see what we did. So there it is, my Evel Knievel Evil Weevil, and holy crap balls, it looks amazing. I mean, what a fantastic starting point for a build. Okay, the body is perfect, the base is perfect, the accessories are perfect, everything is perfect. All you got to do is make your custom out of it, and look at that. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. These neoclassics are just the best thing ever. And I love the Evel Knievel Evil Weevil so much that I'm going to give it to one of you. Gonna break my heart. Okay, so like I said, all you got to do, if you want a chance to win that, okay, and who wouldn't want that in their collection? Okay, if you want a chance to win that, in the comments down below, put "You said Evel Knievel Evil Weevil" however many times. Okay, you can just look at the little counter that's somewhere in here. That'll tell you how many times. So you said Evel Knievel Evil Weevil 25 times. Put that in the comments, or any comment that you want to make is fine, and you'll be entered to win. I'll pick the winner probably in somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks. That way, lots of people get a chance to see the video and get a chance to enter to win. And then I will announce it in a separate video and probably on my community tab as well. Anyhow, that's going to do it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a giant thumbs up, click subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss one of my videos. If you have any questions or comments, and certainly comment on this video so you're entered to win, but put all your comments down below. As always, I love to hear from you guys. This should be a lot of fun. Okay, that's going to do it. I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions saying, be good.